Rain on Saturday brought good news, bad news for Appy League baseball fans in the area. The bad news, no baseball last night. The good news, double headers tonight. This is action from Game 2 between Johnson City and Pulaski. The Yanks jumped on the board first. Dermis Garcia doubles on the line drive to left field. Yessen Corderia scores to put the visitors up 1-0, but then Brett Seaberger would settle down. He gets Andres Chaparro to strike out swinging. 4 innings, 1 run, 5 Ks for Seaberger. JC trying to even things up in their half of the inning. Wadi Infante doubles off the wall in right field. He tries to stretch it into a triple, but is thrown out at third. Would matter. Cards pick up the win in the nightcap, 4-2. In Game 1, the Yankees got the 3-2 win. They played a pair in Greenville as well with the Astros, sweeping Kingsport 3-1 and 6-2. Just one game in Danville with the Braves beating Elizabethton 7-1, and Bristol is blanked at Bluefield 2-0. The scores have almost been as hot as the temperature at the East Tennessee Amateur this weekend. Day 2 leader Tyler Lane came into the day a blistering 10 under par through 2 rounds. Third and final round teeing off late this afternoon in Elizabethton. Lucas Armstrong came into the day 4 strokes off the lead. He hits this beautiful approach on the par 4. He would sink his birdie putt. It's a good start to the day. Lane also had a shot at the birdie putt on the long par 4, but his shot is just a little short. He would settle for par. Joe Brooks came into the day 1 shot out the lead, and he too had a shot at the birdie putt. His is just a little wide of the cup. This tournament would need a playoff, and Science Hill senior Garrett Whitfield won the title in the first playoff hold. Whitfield came from 6 strokes back on the day, shooting 6 under to force the playoff. Armstrong would settle for second. Lane would be 1 over and finish in a tie for third with Jeff Scott. Nick Cohen is 5th, 4 strokes off the lead. Be honest. None of you had Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with 2 wins at the midpoint of the NASCAR season. I mean, based on what he had done in his previous 4 years in Cup, this success would have been hard to predict. But Roush Fenway Racing has made some big improvements in the offseason, particularly at plate tracks, and it's showing up in the finishes.
Now that, we're paying a lot of attention to every single part of our company, making sure that the speedway cars are good, the short tracks, the mile and a halves. We're really focused in on every aspect of the sport and trying to make sure that we're not leaving any stone unturned.
Question for you. Should Abingdon own Morgan McClure Motorsports or some of its drivers like Sterling Marlin and Ernie Irving be in NASCAR's Hall of Fame? The team was one of the top operations in the garage during its peak years, which included back-to-back Daytona 500s in 93 and 94 with Marlin. But there are plenty of lean years, too, and the team has never won a points championship.
They're very deserving, and I mean, there's some people already in the Hall of Fame that I think was just kind of early, and some people it's like, man, why haven't they got in there? So, it's one of those things that it's so unpredictable.
And I'll give you my opinion, which I don't do very often, but I'll give it to you on this one. I think they should be in. What that team did with the amount of money and the teams that they were having to compete against and the resources and doing it all the way out in Abingdon, Virginia, I say they should be in.
Well, really interesting stuff. Thanks,
Yes.
Heather. We'll be right back.